Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This time, this video, I want to experiment to make LED simulation lights with some logic and additional feature like this. Like this video. Okay, here I use the first Arduino Uno R3. This is our main tool for conducting integration experiment between software and hardware. With this Arduino, we can enter the program into it and make our design tool can operate according to the commands that we have defined in the syntax. And this Arduino is referred to as MCU or microcontroller unit. The second, this is USB Type A or Type B. This function is so that our computer can read the Arduino interface as well as turn on the Arduino too. And the third item is the breadboard. Its function is so that we can easily connect the circuit cables to the voltage source or sensor module that we have. Well, this is for the letters A, B, C, D, and E. We call this line 1, while the letters F, G, H, A, and J we call in line 2. Well, all holes from number 1 to 30 on this blue line, we mean a straight line negative current research, while next to it there is a red line from 1 to 30, which is a positive current research. These two research are what we will use to supply each line, whether it's line 1 or line 2, both have each research. Okay, the next item is a LED light. This is the LED light. And see, on the of the legs, there is a longer one, which means the anode or positive, and the short leg is the cathode or negative. Okay, the next item is jumper cable male to male. And the last item is a push button. This function is for media interaction between the module buttons that we have. Oh yeah, one more thing, there is software so that we can make Arduino operate according to what we want to do. We need software for us to code, and Arduino has its own language, namely Arduino language, similar to the language between the combination of C and C++. Okay, well, right away, I've plugged the USB Type B into the Arduino and the USB Type E into the computer. Then, the Arduino gives an indicator response through this little red light like this. Okay, this setup method is for the initialization needs of the program of the initial command that will be received by the Arduino, which is one time run, while the loop will repeat the command continuously until we determine for ourselves when the program command must stop. Well, here we are initializing the pin model function by filling in two parameters. These four parameters fill in let built-in. This is a constant Arduino default variable that we can use globally. The second parameter, we write output, means that the built-in light on the Arduino pin, we will make an output or default program where the program is entered into the loop method. Now, move to the loop method. Call a function called digitalWrite with two parameters, name, LED built-in, height, and height. Then, call a function called delay with a value of 500. The underneath we call the same function digitalWrite with different parameters, namely LED built-in and also low. Lastly, we enter again the delay with a field of 500. Then click the right arrow button to upload this program to Arduino directly, and you can see the characteristic of successfully upload, that is, there is a notification writing done compiling. Well, now check the Arduino, then the LED on Arduino labeled with the letter L will blink every half second without stopping. Like this. Okay, now I want to explain the digitalWrite built-in Arduino, whose function is to write the program to the digital pin in Arduino. The first parameter is LED underscore built-in, and the second parameter is height, which means that we make the Arduino built-in LED pin lit with the information that the height value we enter is the name as lit, with if the opposite if low value it means to die. Well, for the delay function after the first digitalWrite to halt or pause during the looping process that occurs, well, here I give an example of a delay of 500 of 500 milli or 500 milliseconds of 500 or 500 milliseconds or half a second after the first digital execution. Then continue to turn off LED underscore built-in on the next line with a low value given a pause of half a second again. The conclusion of the program will make the light turn on for half a second, then the light will turn off after the next half second. Because the logic is in the loop method, the program will not be stopped so that the lights on the Arduino blink continuously. If, for example, we move the digitalWrite function to turn on the light with a high parameter to the setup method and we don't use the loop method, so then when we compile or upload it again, then the LED light on the Arduino will turn on without turning off because there is no looping process. Then the LED light on the Arduino will turn on without turning off because there is no looping process. Now take a LED and then enter the positive LED with the long leg to pin number 13 on the Arduino, which write digital PWN, and the short leg into the GND pin next to number 13, then it will light up to like this. Why? Because we declared the mode pin with a constant variable called LED underscore or LED underscore built-in. Now, I return the syntax to the original using the loop method and then upload it again. Then, the LED that has been installed in 13 will blink also the same as the initial one. If we change it to 100, it means the LED will blink faster. Like this. Okay, let's take the breadboard and one LED. For the long leg of the LED, we plug it into line 1 number E21 and the short leg into line one number E20. Next, take a 200 and 200 ohm resistor, bend the resistor wire like this, plug one leg into number D21 and the other leg into number D24. Now take a new cable to prepare for the negative current. Plug one end of the wire into the hole that has a negative current, which is a 20, and plug the other end of the wire into the negative current power source, which is on the blue line like this. Take one more cable, plug on one of the wires into the hole on the blue line, then plug another one wire into the Arduino, which has the word power and the label reads G and D. Take one more cable, plug one of the wires into number A24 and then plug the other into the digital PWM pin at Arduino number 2. This number 2. Then take one more cable and plug in into the positive current power source on the other red line and enter the power pin on the Arduino, which has a label that reads 5 volt. Well, back again. Now we are coding a little add syntax in this first line, which means we define a global variable with the name LED red 1 for the LED pin that we have stored in the Arduino, which is pin 2 digital PWM. Okay, the second step we change LED built-in, so it use the LED variable red 1. Okay, that way logically our LED lights will still function as before, but with a different schematic path because we are already using a breadboard if you just need to compile or upload it again. And look again at the LED. Well, he's already blinking like before. Okay, now I want to change this delay to 1000. Now, look at the LED light blinking once every 1 second. Take another resistor, one plug one leg in number D2 and the other into number D5. Take another resistor, one plug one leg in number D2 and the other into number D5. Take another cable, plug one of the wires into number A1, the other plug into the negative current. Take another cable, plug one of the wires into the number A5 and the other to the Arduino digital PWM at number 4. Now we create another global variable, but this time we name it LED green, because the LED we plugged in earlier is green in color. Well, with this syntax logically, then both lights will blink alternately for 1 second. And don't forget to compile or uploading this. And look this. Well, this is the result of the two lights blinking alternately. And if we change the delay to 100, then the light will blink quickly in turn, like this. Then we take the push button. In this push button, he has 4 legs. Just plug 2 legs into line first number D12 and D14. The other 2 sides of the legs plug in line 2. Like this. Then take the resistor, plug one leg into the same row of holes as the push button leg, namely no A12, and the other to the positive current power source, namely the red line. Take a new wire, plug one wire into number B14 and one more to the negative current power source, namely the blue line. Just one more cable for us to connect to the Arduino. One wire plug into B12 and the other end of the wire plugs into digital PWM Arduino number 6. Back to the code, we create a define with button speed up with value 6. Then call the function with serial dot begin and then pin mode button speed up height, meaning the button is active defaultly. Digital right, and the button speed up height. And then in here we write in method loop we add the type is integer, is button speed pressed, digital blue button speed up. Okay, in here we make if is the button speed pressed this real print and speed button pressed serial print and this is copy and paste to here is button speed pressed and then compiling or uploading this. Click on the serial monitor logo, a new terminal will appear. Select the appropriate baud rate that we chose earlier at the beginning of our coding. We wrote 9600 and here it must be the same P that was. Don't forget to click upload on Arduino. If 0 appears like this, it means you've successed. And add void speed mode integer option, and in here if option is one, because we have this syntax, copy this and paste in here, and we add else and copy this and paste here else, and we change this 500, and then this we cut and we speed mode 1, else speed mode 0, and this is the end result. When we click on the button, it will blink quickly. Maybe that's enough tutorials from me. If there are mistakes, I apologize. And thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.